A direct challenge from the pulpit to federal tax laws gains strength. Edmond Pastor Paul Blair was one of around 100 pastors across the country today who say they were exercising their First Amendment right to endorse political candidates in their sermons. They claim a 1954 amendment to the tax code that prohibits such speech is unconstitutional and needs to be challenged. News 9's John Jordan was in Edmond for Blair's sermon, and the participation from pastors more than doubled from the 33 who took part the last time we visited this issue.
But the First Amendment is to keep the federal government coming and telling me what I can and cannot preach.
It's a message Pastor Paul Blair has been delivering for 2 years now. It's the reason he continues to use his pulpit to endorse candidates.
But on November the 2nd, as this God-fearing Oklahoman and patriotic American steps into the election booth, I will be casting my ballot for Representative Mary Fallin for governor. And pastors have been conned by groups like the Americans United for separation of church and state into thinking that this is wrong, that you're not supposed to do these things.
But according to federal law, Blair shouldn't be using the pulpit for politics. The IRS prohibits religious organizations from endorsing candidates.
The religious people in our society seem to think that there are no boundaries on their role in our society. Sharon Engel, one of the candidates there, says that
Bruce Prescott, a religious radio talk show host, heads the Norman chapter for the Americans United for Separation of Church and State. He fears pastors endorsing candidates will only reflect negatively on the church.
I don't care who you put in charge. They're fallible human beings. They're not perfect, and they're going to do something which is not going to reflect well upon Christ.
Trying to be fair and see where both candidates stand.
But if Blair has his way, more pastors will continue to defy the federal government.
We need another generation of God-fearing, Bible-thumping, patriot pastors, and we need a revival in America. That's why I do what I do.
John Jordan, News 9.
Pastor Blair says even if the IRS takes away the church's tax-exempt status, he won't stop endorsing candidates. He also sent the IRS a DVD of his endorsement of John McCain 2 years ago. The agency took no action against Blair or his church.